Yo, what up, Mo?
Saying her was popping.
Nah, man, another week, another weekend.
Another week, another weekend. It looks like we
here.
get a little bit closer to the springtime.
Yo, it's so
Thank
crazy.
the Lord.
We are officially, this is going to be episode 10, 2026. Episode 10.
Oh, we 10
Crazy.
weeks in.
10 weeks in. Folks are watching. Shout out to everyone that's listening or watching. Thank you.
Yeah. We
Thank you for all the support or just even wanting to hear what we got to say.
Absolutely.
So,
We appreciate all the support. We like all the comments, good, bad, or ugly. Go ahead and get in the comments. Let us know what's up.
Get in the comments.
Yeah, for real. You just gotta get in there. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Changing the clocks. Gonna have a little bit more daylight now.
Changing the clocks, you know. It's
there's
crazy.
19 states that are trying to vote to not have us do this back and forth to just kind of keep
that has been a thing, I think, for a few years now, for sure. Damn, I think there's some. Are there some states that don't even do it anymore?
Yeah. Well, look, man. I'm not a scientist.
I think there might be.
I'm not a scientist, but I could tell you, I feel much better when the sun's going down at 7, 8, 9, damn near 10. I don't care. I like having more sunlight. We need to not push the clocks back because it's annoying, man. But so I'm looking forward to having more daylight in my life for sure.
Day and night.
Yo,
shout out to Cuddy. Yo, Mo.
What's going on out there?
We, back in the day, we used to collect basketball cards.
Oh, yeah.
And, different type of, card collections and all this type of stuff, right?
Yeah, when I got into the Rays is when I started collecting the basketball. Well, I didn't even collect the basketball. They were baseball guys, so we was collecting the baseball just. But yeah, I mean, I used to. I don't know. It was a rough hobby to have because we ain't work.
Rough hobby.
You ain't work, but you still wanted to get
yeah, you
cards
trying to get,
But
yeah, I don't know if it's like today. Wow, I was just talking about this. It's like $7 for a pack of cards.
That shit is wild, bro. $7.
So I guess you go to drastic measures is what I'm getting at. I heard you told me, and we want to let the folks know. Not sure if y'all heard about this.
It's Florida, man. All I gotta say is
it's Florida. They should make this out of an episode. It's Florida, man. Right? Shout out to HBO Max.
This one definitely qualifies to get an episode for sure.
So your man went into a store. I don't know what store. Do you know what store by chance?
Nah, it ain't. Let me see. The reports I got didn't say the store, but
I don't even know how he did this. $25K in Pokemon cards.
But listen, you never know. He might have got some limited edition Pikachu whatever.
It was the value.
And like one card. Yeah, the value
That's
was
what you're saying.
$25,000.
Okay, the value. Okay.
That's what I'm assuming, because if it's not the value, bro, you stole a lot of cards.
Yeah, that's a lot of cards. Now, what we getting at is there was a Pokemon heist valued at $20K, and your man stuffed the packets in taco seasoning packets. I don't even know how to.
Your man must have known he was gonna get caught because he was doing it at Target.
It was Target?
It was Target, bro. Arrested following a retail fraud scam that's targeting multiple Target stores across Florida, ranging from South Beach to Orlando. Your man was doing the whole state.
Yo, what's crazy?
Check this out.
That's how
he would peel the barcodes off of the taco seasoning packet and place them over the barcodes on the card box. Oh, so he was taking the whole box. He wasn't taking little packs.
He had to have worked for them.
And then he would ring them up at the self-checkout. So he'll take the cheap barcode, put it over the box, the whole box, and then he would scan the $2.50 taco sauce.
So peep this. Pokemon cards are roughly about $6 a pack, we said, right? And but whenever I go to get my son cards, I gotta go and ask somebody because they do not have them out in the aisles or anything like that. It's rare that you see them. If they do have them out, they're hanging, at the register right? With like a few packs hanging at the register with like the Us Weekly and all that nonsense, right? So
Yep,
I'm
yep.
surprised this dude got to have some kind of hookup where he was able to get these boxes. So this had to be a inside job type thing, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it also makes me think about The Roof Man, a movie that I watched the other day with Channing Tatum. Cats gotta watch The Roof Man. It's
The
so
Roof Man,
ridiculous. It
is it on
sounds
Amazon?
just like this story sounds ridiculous. This story was ridiculous too,
Alright,
and you
so
gotta check
look,
it out. And it was a real story.
now that we know the nature of how he was doing this, it says
Yeah,
that by the time he was arrested, Florida Attorney General Not Pam Bondi office estimated that he successfully stole more than $25,000 worth of merchandise using this method across several counties.
it's
So I
crazy.
mean, it's just your man had to mix it up. He should have went to Walmart. He should have went to a couple of, like you can't keep going to the same spot, man. Like they got asset protection. They gonna get your profile and everything.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta talk about
Yo,
The Roof Man on
yo,
another one because that story's crazy because it's
yeah,
actually
all right.
based on a real story. But yo,
The Roof
y'all gotta
Man.
chill with this. Yeah, yeah. Collection habits can't be this crazy to be like putting all at risk. You take a pause on that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, everybody gonna have to get creative out here, man. This shit is how many jobs we talking about?
Uh,
We got the new jobs report. I don't want to. All right. But
uh,
anyway, before we get into that, right? What else? What else you got?
Before we
What's
get into that, we're gonna keep it with a little bit
let's
more
get some more feel good.
you got the anime, you got the
Okay.
anime, right? So Pokemon is
Oh
technically
yeah,
anime. Yo, you got the One Piece live action coming out. I
I'm
believe
ready.
it might be this week coming out
I'm like
on Netflix. Season 2, it's gonna be fire. Seen the trailer. Trailer's pretty fire. So if you're into anime, folks, and you're into these live actions that they're coming out with, like they have the Airbender, they have the One Piece like this. There gonna be some other ones apparently coming that they released.
Mhm.
I think Solo Leveling might be one. So we'll see. But yeah, look out for that. If y'all in tune, it's probably a great one to watch because season 1 was pretty dope. Yeah.
Yo, I knew nothing about it, and then my son told me that there's like 30 seasons
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
of like the
The
actual
real.
like
Yep.
comic book. Is it like a comic book anime? Yeah. And he was like, and it came out live action. And so I
Mhm.
was like, all right, let's see what this is all about. And I think it's cool, man. It's I like it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's one of the longest animes out there. You got like the Dragon Ball, right? The whole set with that. There's different type of Dragon Ball. You got Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Evolution, all that
word.
type of stuff, right? That's one of the other longer ones. I think Naruto, Pokemon, like those are other ones as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
But
have
yeah,
been
One Piece,
this.
one of the classics.
Yo, One Piece is dope. Shouts to Captain D. Luffy and them.
Yep, Luffy D.
That's what I'm talking.
I don't know what he do. Shit, what is he
Pikachu in the
doing out here?
house.
Yo, shouts to One Piece. Next note, I'm in Houston. I'm in
H
Texas.
Town.
And
It's that
it's
time of the year.
that time of the year. It's rodeo time. You know what I'm saying? You go into March, you got the rodeo for about 20 plus days or so, like 24 or something like that. And so wanted to talk a little bit about the rodeo, man.
Yeah,
Let's talk about
listen.
the rodeo, man. What's going on? What is it exactly?
The rodeo is grade A Texan culture, but it
Yeah,
originated from some Spanish influence.
really
Yeah. I had it up here, but I can't find it.
had no
But off of memory, what I could tell you is, yeah, it started by the Spanish people, kind of like Spaniards bringing in their horses and displaying, their skill to round up the cattle.
idea.
Rodeo comes from the Spanish word rodal, which is like to round up, right?
Got it, got it, got it, got it.
So they would have the competition where they would show their skills, and it's no different than having like the 3-point contest, having the slam dunk contest. You basically the
Right,
home run derby. You trying to show that you're the best at
right.
that craft, and that's kind of like the baseline of why we got the rodeo.
The baseline of the function in the event. Got it. Oh, that's crazy.
But I could
So,
definitely tell you that it's at this point, it's much more. It's very important to like the United States.
well, it says it's one of the largest and the most famous
Yeah,
rodeos in the world. That's what it
yeah,
does. That's what
yeah.
it does say.
And
Um,
they still, you know
yeah.
what? Let me pull it up. They still having it at the Astrodome?
No, so they have it at the NRG
They moved it to the NRG
State
now? Okay.
Center. I think it's the NRG Center. So the carnival and everything is
Mhm.
outside, you know, in the parking lot area and such, or some of the parking lot area and such. And then they have the NRG Center, which is where they have the rodeo activities and all of that stuff.
Yeah, nah, yo, the
So
rodeo's dope. When I went to go visit my great uncle, that was one of the things that he was very proud of, dog. He had to let us know about the Texas rodeo, and he used to work for the Department of Agriculture, and he
you're
was
right,
telling me all that
actually.
good stuff.
I was
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you.
You remember that? Yeah, dog. He was this very proud man, dog. And I was just like, hey, I got you. Yeah. So it says, here we go. I found my
There's a
search.
lot of pride with it though.
Oh,
It's pretty cool. They
100%.
they have they have like different a concert each night, mainly country, right? Mainly country, but there's
Mhm,
also like Latino. There's also like a black
mhm.
culture night too, right? Where you might have like R&B or hip hop. I think like you know UGK is from there. So who's my man?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my man Bun B, yeah, Bun B did a show one time, you know, Lizzo, right? She from Houston, she did a joint, right? So just giving you a
Fire.
few examples of what be out there. So
It says one of the world's first recorded rodeos took place in Pecos, Texas in 1883. So this ain't a today thing, man. This joint been going
yeah,
on for a minute.
yeah,
Where cowboys would come into town on the 4th of July to rope steers and show off their skills, right?
yeah.
So yeah, to your point, the world's largest rodeo, the world's largest indoor rodeo, Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, right?
Mm.
World's longest all Western parade. It's in Fort Worth, right?
Fort
So,
Worth, yeah.
and I don't know what this is, but and it says that the world's 1 year rodeo says Stockyard Championship Rodeo, but I'm not familiar with any of that. But yeah, man, the
Stockyards is
rodeo's a big
fire.
deal.
That's in the
Yeah, yeah,
Dallas
okay.
area, DFW.
All right,
Yeah,
so there
you know,
you go, man.
it's like a little town kind of like thing going on there. You know, you can get some nice barbecue and all that too there.
But
Yeah.
But it says that the Spanish, the horses were introduced to the Southwest in 1519 and the cattle in 1521. Wow.
Damn.
It
That's
was
dating.
like 500 years. Nigga, before slavery?
Damn.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
Damn.
man. Shouts to the rodeo, man. Shouts to
Shouts
the
to
rodeo still
rodeo,
going
shouts to
strong.
Texas, shouts to rodeo, shout out to Texas. Dope stuff there. Love it to see things like that.
For
Just want to
sure.
highlight stuff like that, man.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Speaking of highlighting, so I believe the Winter Olympics may have already right. Did it wrap up? I think
Let
we're
me see.
wrapped up
Yeah, I'm
now.
pretty
So
sure based on
I think we're wrapped up.
our presidents, last week, I think it may have come to an end. Let's see what the Winter Olympic medal count was.
Just curious about the medal count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because I think at the time we did 2 updates, right? And I think at the time
Yeah.
we were in 2nd place.
Yep.
Let's see what happened here. All right. Norway led the
Norway.
2026 Winter Olympic medal count, 18 gold, 12 silver, 11 bronze for a total of 41, securing the top position. United States followed in second with 12 gold, 12 silver, and 9 bronze for a total of, you gotta be kidding me, 33 medals,
30.
33. There go that number, boy.
Let's see. Come on, this guy.
Netherlands came in third with 10 gold, 7 silver, and 3 bronze for a total of 20. And Italy was in fourth with 10 gold, 6 silver, and 14 bronze. Wow. Italy is just cleaning up and being third best.
Chill, bro. Yo. So shout out to all those countries for holding it
Nah,
down
yeah, definitely,
and
man.
competing
I'm
hard.
just
You know, it's always good to see that.
I'm
So
just teasing. But you would expect, like Norway it's like a cold country, right? So
yeah,
you would
yeah, yeah,
expect them to do
exactly.
better in winter sports and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
so they came through as they should. Right?
yeah, absolutely. Shouts to
And
the
it's
Scandinavian.
a word. And
Yeah.
so you
Mhm.
got the World Baseball Classic now starting up. So you got the winter sports.
They just they
Now
keep it
we're
coming,
going in.
man.
Now we're going into spring, right? We're going into
Now,
spring.
can I
So
just can
yeah,
I be that guy? I'm sorry. Can I be that guy
you
for a second?
can be that
Because
guy.
as soon as the World Baseball Classic is over, my
The
bro, we
season.
gonna be looking at March Madness, baby. It's
You're
gonna be that
right.
time of the year.
You're right. You're right. What but doesn't baseball even start, like, what is
Yeah,
it, first week of
yeah. I guess
April?
pitches and catches are gonna start soon. Yeah,
No,
but
but the
that's like
actual
opening
season.
day. But
Yeah,
yeah, it'll probably be like
yeah.
April, right? Like, let me
Yeah,
see.
it's normally, like, the first week of April is, it's probably gonna be, like, April 6th or something like that. Hopefully, it's not snowing in New York. It's been crazy in New York. That would be crazy. I
Bro,
remember back a long time ago, there was a snowstorm while they was playing. That was crazy.
listen, man. Like, I remember when they said the Major League Baseball, I might be dating myself, but I remember when they said like the two new teams was the Marlins and the Rockies. And ever since then, it's like it's always snowing on opening day in Colorado, dog.
Oh, that's
Colorado's
crazy.
a tough destination to go play baseball, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Shouts to all the Colorado fans who keep it going. Yo, but yeah, World Baseball Classic. You
Yeah.
got let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 groups, similar to like,
Mhm,
football or soccer.
mhm.
Group A is Cuba, Puerto Rico, Canada, Panama, and Colombia.
Right.
Cuba's 2-0, Puerto Rico's 2-0, Canada's 1-0, Panama's 0-2, Colombia's 0-3. Stick to soccer, buddy. Let's see. Italy, United States, Mexico, Brazil, and Great Britain in Group B. Italy's 2-0 because United States is 2-0, Mexico's 1-0. This
What?
is pretty competitive, man. Brazil 0-2, Great Britain 0-3. I'm
This
gonna hold
dude
my
said, "'Cause you
comments.
know." Yeah, yeah. I can't with you, man.
Group
Yeah.
C, Japan, Australia, Chinese, Taipei, Korea, and Czechia?
I
Wow.
don't know. It sounded like Japan
What?
got that. Yo.
Japan 3-0.
Yeah, yeah.
And then in the final group, you got Venezuela, DR, Netherlands, Israel, and Nicaragua. So Venezuela 2-0, DR 2-0, Netherlands 1-2, Israel 0-1, and Nicaragua 0-2. Very
It's yeah,
interesting group.
Venezuela be having ballers. Let's not
Yeah, I
front.
know.
They be having
No,
some
no,
ballers.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Heck yeah.
yeah,
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
And
So,
Dominican too.
I mean, well,
You already know.
you man, Vlad, what's it right here? A solo home run.
Yo, this guy,
Juan
man.
Soto hit a home run today. 2-run home run
He need to do that. He need to do
to
that for
force
the
it.
team anyway. But yo,
Wait, it says early finish. What does that mean? Is there mercy rules in this joint? Come on, I gotta click on this. I'm sorry.
that's crazy. Early finish. I think the group play is over though, right? Aren't they about
Yeah,
to go
today
into
was
like
like
elimination?
I think today was the last day of the group stuff.
Yeah, so hopefully next week we'll have another update on this. So
Wow.
they have a submission?
Yeah, they mercied them, bro.
So what was the score?
Um, hold on. They being sportsmen. It just says Soto's home run forces rule run victory for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah. Oh, so they're not they're
They're
not
not
going
even
on.
telling the score.
Damn, that's crazy.
Hold on, I think I
That's
might see it.
crazy.
Who they play? Oh, they won 12-1, and they ended in 7. We didn't even go 9,
Okay, wow. Okay.
and we were the home team, so I
Damn.
guess that was it. Like when he hit the
Yeah.
home run, it was like, all right, little league, man. End of the 7th.
Yo, that's crazy. Man, shout out to all those teams playing. But something that we wanted to talk through was you got this, like, you got all these things happening, but now we have also all these like sporting events that are international, right? And they're
Yeah, they're
like
international in
different
nature. Yeah.
countries playing each other. Like, how difficult could that be? Like, I don't know, like for the players, for this
I mean, cause like Cuba,
like at first we talked about the Olympics, but now it's like, okay,
how's
you got the
Cuba
war.
supposed to feel, dog? Like the Cuban, that's what I'm saying. This, bro, this is crazy. If you think about the Cuban players, a lot of them niggas
You're
probably
right.
like, yo, I'm trying to defect, bro. Like I'm trying to get up out of here.
Take
I'm
him
trying to be
outta
like
here.
Duque in them, bro, for
Levan,
real.
Levan,
Yo,
Levan.
I'm trying to be like Chapman, right?
Yeah,
Throw
all
100
of
miles per hour. He like 50, still throwing 100 miles per hour, bro. Cuban, listen, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for
oh,
Cuban's
man.
government and like how bad their relationship is with the US, I'm telling you, the Dominicans will have a hard time with the Cuban players, man. You remember Yasiel Puig for the Los Angeles
Yeah,
Dodgers?
yeah, yeah.
Gunning niggas from like the fence, you know what I'm saying?
I think he's still in the league, bro. I know
Stop, no,
he
he
was on the
can't be.
Reds at one point.
Because he was kind of like a knucklehead.
I know he's on the Reds at one point. I don't
Yo,
know if he's still in the
the
league,
Cubans
but
are
yeah.
sick. Yo, the Cubans that actually make it, like that get to stay, dog, they
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
bro. Like,
No,
who's
I know, no
there was
front,
one
no
dude that
front.
played for Houston. He played first base. Uriel something. He was a beast.
I remember who you talking about.
Then you got You remember Contreras played for the
Yep.
Yankees.
Yep, yep, yep.
Then you got the dude that played for the Mets too. He was crazy too. He came over from Oakland. What was his name?
Who you talking about?
He came over from Oakland. He played with the Mets. He was
Come
crazy
on, man.
too.
I can't remember, bro. But I'll let you pull that up first
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
before
it
we
up real
go.
quick. But they deserve to. Yo, Cespedes,
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember him. I remember.
Yonias or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Cespedes. He was, but
yeah, yeah.
but we gonna keep it 100. They just reminded me of my man, son. Ray Ordonez, yeah, Ray Ordonez, yeah. You remember that?
Real though, yes.
Yeah, Ray
Oh
Ordonez, bro.
yeah.
He's gunning from the.
It's crazy. But yo,
Yeah, man. Shouts to the World Baseball Classic though. It's good when we can just enjoy each other's talents and stuff and not have to worry about the messy stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess maybe it's a good thing, that these type of sporting events are happening, right? It kind of gives you a breath from the chaos, right? So
Yeah, definitely.
shout out to all the
Oh,
players, all the athletes that participate in these
damn! I
things.
ain't know this. It said
What
the
you about?
Rafael.
Who? Raphael, who you about to say?
It says Palmiero.
Palmero?
I think this gotta be a different.
No. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
bugging.
Rafi Palmiero was Cuban.
I think so. Yeah, yeah, that
God
makes
damn! No
sense.
wonder the nigga was so nice.
He was nice. He was nice. He was
Yeah,
nice.
bro. He was when they accused him of steroids. I was like, come on,
There we go.
that guy. Come
There
on,
we
that
go.
guy. Point. He's like, yo, I ain't do that. I ain't do that, yo.
Yeah, a lot of them said that too. Yeah, shout outs to all the athletes that participate in these things. We appreciate what y'all do. We know it's not easy.
100%,
So
man, because it's also we understand too, like when you sign a contract with a Major League Baseball team, baby, they control your rights, bro. Like, if they don't want you to get hurt, they don't want you to play, you really can't do it. But
yo, the MLB letting them rock. You gotta let that rock too. You know what I'm saying? So
they gotta play, man. They gotta
yeah.
play.
So now on a whole different note, going back to New York City as we do, right? Uh, yo, Mo, what's the housing updates look like?
The New York City housing?
New York City
Because
housing
my man
updates.
Mandani's trying to fix things. You got Trump talking about, yeah, I like him, man. I hope I
He ain't saying
wish him
none of
nothing but
that.
luck.
Stop it.
I
He
wish
ain't
him nothing
saying
but
that
luck.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't saying that.
He did though.
He hating on him.
He ain't hating on him, man.
He did. He
Bro, I
tried to
think
throw it. He
low.
tried to blow him up the other day, bro. Come on. Nah, nah, man. See, that was crazy.
I was just making sure. I mean, like,
Nah, he tried to blame some stuff on him. The whole thing with having to have different type of paperwork to shovel snow and all this. But you don't
yeah,
have to show any paperwork for voting, he said. I'm just like,
right. I
I don't
mean,
know.
you gotta take your
Yeah.
opportunities, take your little
Meanwhile,
jabs and
those are the
shit.
rules that were there before Mamdani was there, right? Like,
I mean, I don't
what are
look.
we
I didn't want to
supposed to?
use the time to get into that debate right now, right? But
You
like,
said you brought up you did that. Don't blame me. But yeah, what's the housing updates look like? So I think you said we're hearing
yeah,
about eviction, right? Was it evictions is going up? Is that what we were seeing?
yeah.
And surprisingly, I think
So
it's actually a folks that were getting some type of support, right? Or yeah, let me
yeah, so
let us know what's
basically,
going on.
so look, New York City housing is overrun by squatters. Okay, that's what's happening right now.
Okay, you want to start with the squatters part?
I'm gonna
Okay,
start with the squatters part, right? So it says that a report found that this is a crazy number,
yeah,
6,800 vacant New York City Housing Authority units, with hundreds taken over by squatters. Vacancies have more than doubled since 2022, while 165,000 applicants remain on the waiting list. What in the world?
that's a large
165,000 people, bro?
it's a large waiting list.
I was thinking 6,800 vacant units was a lot.
Yeah, but
There's
that still
no,
don't. The math ain't mathing, bro. That's crazy. Still, like,
I mean,
so you said over 6,000 vacancies,
yeah,
and then you still got a waiting list.
but the vacancies ain't really vacant because there's squatters living in them.
Okay, so that's what you getting at. My bad. I'm slow. You yeah.
And so now it's like, okay,
Can we explain what squatter is? Because I don't think folks like truly understand Oh,
Sure. Let me pull up the official over here.
because believe it or not, there's specific like rules to this. Like, I don't know if it's every state is the same, but there's definitely squatter
No,
rules,
there's definitely
right?
squatter
Yeah,
laws. Yeah, for sure.
laws, yeah.
Okay, so according to the AI here and 6+ sources, a squatter is a person who occupies a property such as a house, apartment, or building without legal permission, ownership, or a lease agreement from the property owner. So they typically move into vacant, abandoned, or neglected properties and may live there for extended periods, sometimes claiming rights to the property through adverse possession laws if certain conditions are met. While squatting is generally considered trespassing in some jurisdictions,
Mhm.
continuous and open occupation over a specified time can lead to legal rights, including potential ownership.
Crazy. That's so bizarre.
This is so bizarre. Motivations vary, including homelessness, financial hardship, or political protest. So that is what a squatter is, right?
I I
Let's
would
see.
say Mo, I would say, how is that even legal, bro? That just don't sound right. Like that like, does that even sound right? Like that this is something that
Look, from one perspective, right? I understand what they're trying to do. And basically what they're trying to do is like it's the same way that like your utility company shouldn't just cut off your fucking power if you like one day late on your bill, right? But because a
but they
lot of
do.
them are privatized, they will, right? Like it's
Yeah.
for profit. They don't care about the fact that you got a family. They're not altruistic at all, right? Like it's just very transactional, nigga. You owe us money. We're cutting off your power. But power, shelter, and food are things that in a rich society like ours, shouldn't we be able to provide some baseline level of support? You know, like that was the whole point of it. But these things get abused, right? So I did a follow up. So, what are the New York City squatter laws, right?
Yeah.
It says no automatic tenant rights after 30 days. What does that mean?
Tenant rights after 30 days.
So, it says as of 2025 New York State budget, squatters no longer gain automatic tenant rights after
Oh,
30
okay.
days of occupancy.
So that's no longer a thing is what they're
It's
saying.
no
Got it.
longer a thing. So
Got
I
it.
mean, I guess they're actively working on trying to
Right. Trying
fix the
to get it better.
6,800. Yeah. Previously occupancy at a property for 30 days could grant someone tenant-like protections. So you just had to survive there for 30 days and then you started to get the rights of a tenant even though you ain't pay.
Yo.
The updated laws clarifies that unauthorized occupants, squatters, are not tenants simply due to the length of stay if they never had permission to be there in the first place. So, and then it says the eviction process. To remove a squatter, property owners must follow the formal eviction process or serve a 10-day notice to quit for
Yeah.
unauthorized occupant. You think that's what 50 did though? Just wonder. You got to file a petition with the housing court. You got to obtain a judge. Yo, so this is like a lengthy process, man. Yo, I ain't trying to be no landlord, bro. Get out of here, man. This shit is
Yo, this
crazy.
sound
Then it says
crazy.
adverse possession, so claiming ownership. Number 4 is law enforcement role. So it kind of gets into it a little bit. What it does, it says police may assist in removing recent squatters under 30 days if no tenant relationship exists. However, for longer occupants, the court order is typically required to confirm the person is a squatter and not a tenant. Man, this is interesting.
Yo, again, before we get off this topic, if you haven't seen this movie, I think it's on Netflix. It's a foreign movie. So
What's the movie called?
subtitles.
What's the
It's
movie
called
called?
Get In. You gotta watch it. It's about squatters. You gotta watch it. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy.
What is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix for sure. 'Cause you know Netflix has heavy foreign
International, yeah.
yeah, foreign rotation, which is fire. So I do, want to challenge people as much as I can to watch these type of movies, even though you got to read the subtitles. Oh,
Yo, man, but honestly,
it's good.
like
It's good
some of the
perspective.
best movies that I've seen is subtitled. They coming from other.
Parasite,
Yo, Parasite
Parasite
is like grade A, dog. Like that joint is crazy.
coming out that same I think director coming out with another joint.
Really?
It looked crazy. I forgot the name. I'll bring it up another
Y'all
time.
know, man. Y'all gotta watch some the
But
foreign
yo,
stuff because Squid
yeah,
Games was crazy too. That was a straight like I
yeah,
feel yeah.
yeah.
So Get In is a
Get In
2019 French psychological thriller.
French,
French. A
crazy
mild-mannered family man who returns from vacation to find his home is occupied by squatters. I'ma watch this like tonight, bro. That's crazy.
fire. I'm telling
Could
you,
you
it's
imagine
fire
you get
though.
home and somebody in your crib?
Nah, chill,
His former caretaker,
chill.
Sabrina and Eric,
Yo,
210. Due to a legally binding agreement, the squatters have the right to remain,
yo, we
leaving
gotta
Paul and
chill. We
his
got
family
too much
temporarily
info.
homeless.
Too much info. Keep it Reggie.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's the synopsis right there. Go crazy.
Yo, I can keep going. There's mad shit that I seen that there's more. There's some shit like I don't know if it's the good neighbor, but it has something to do about the your neighbor or something like that. I'll look it up. I'll get more for y'all. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy. But yo, so
Wow.
thanks for bringing that up, man. That's kind of crazy. The eviction number versus the amount of, squatters that are
Yeah.
taking up that. So,
So there's so
damn,
there's
we need a
there's
solution.
6,800 units, and you
Yeah,
figure there's gonna be some 3-bedroom joints. You know how valuable 3-bedroom apartments are in New York City, bro.
yeah,
So you figure there's
yeah.
some 3-bedroom
Very.
apartments, but when you look at like 165,000 applicants, though, it really is like a lottery.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
165,000 people trying to get 1,800 units right now, and they got to get the people out first before they could get them in. They got to refresh it, fix it. Oh man, it's gonna be
But
tough.
this is why, like last episode, we ended this off like, yo, you got all these large facilities like that are definitely
So you figure,
why can't we convert some of these large facilities into something, for these folks trying to get like it could be apartment complexes in a way, but anyway,
I
that's
mean,
just me.
some things, not everything can make money, man. Like, not everything can be for profit, bro. Like,
This
it
is
just seems like
yeah.
everything in this country, bro, like they try to make everything for profit. Health, for profit. Death, for profit. Birth, for profit. Living, for
Whatever.
profit. Like, it's all
Air
for profit.
for
Yeah,
profit.
yeah.
You
Oh,
dig? Like, yo,
listen,
come on.
y'all seen the Lorax? If you haven't, it's because you don't got kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check out the Lorax. Message, they're gonna be trying us. They're gonna try to charge us for air. Watch.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so then it says evictions are surging in affordable housing in New York City. 2024 report reveals 1/3 of New York City eviction files came from subsidized affordable housing properties. That's crazy. Okay, so
What?
that's an additional number to the 6,008. All right, so there's 6,800 that are vacant, but there's squatters in it, right?
Yeah.
And then there's also another group that are not classified as squatters. They just getting evicted.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
It says New York City eviction filings have remained lower than pre-pandemic levels, with approximately 12,000 cases filed per month.
Per month. And again, like New York City is always gonna have a large number that kind of
Oh yeah,
sparks out,
absolutely.
right? Like, but I can only imagine this is probably happening in other places as well, right? This is just an example of like what's going on.
Wow, this is wild. It says that basically uh 22% of the filings in the past year involved claims with more than 6 months of median rent. These cats haven't been paying for more than 6 months. 22% of those people that are about to be evicted haven't even paid for the past 6 months. So when you're a landlord, you still have to pay the bank, bro.
Oh yeah, this is basically like so. Yeah, whatever because you
The
have
bank is
something
like,
that
I got nothing to do with you trying to like come up and like make some money.
you have someone that you need to pay, right?
Right. So when you
Unless
don't
you
collect,
own, unless
I mean, unless you own it outright, but then you still got to pay property taxes and things like that. But that's more
yeah,
manageable. You can handle that,
that's
right? For the most part. But
way
if you
more
gotta
manageable. Yeah,
pay like a $400,000 mortgage at like 6% and shit like that, I mean, I mean, if you coming up with that money, you got bread, right? Like, but
yeah,
most landlords aren't BlackRock. You know what I'm saying? Like, most landlords aren't a big giant company, right? Like,
yeah,
so everybody's kind of like cash flow, right? Like, so it comes in,
yeah.
passes through, goes to where it needs to go. But that number's
Basically,
crazy.
Basically, Mo is just trying to say we got to get a solution to this. We got to figure out what the motion is because this is very confusing, and we understand there's a task at hand, but like you gotta see some kind of wins with this somehow. At least that 6,000, plus like figuring that out, that'll be good. But you also have to figure out the folks that are squatting. How do you help them as well, right? Like they're clearly in need. They're just trying to
Oh,
figure out
yeah,
ways that
yeah.
they could survive, right? So
The thing that
how do
makes
we just help all these families, people?
Yeah, the thing that makes it so complicated is rent control, right? Like if you own a property, you don't want to put no money into it because you can't charge more. It's I don't know,
I
man. We
mean,
got to
at the
come up with
same
something.
'Cause, just thinking about this too, there's certain buildings that are like designer buildings or whatever, like,
Mhm.
specific special architecture, and they're vacant, like, like you're saying, right?
Right.
Should there be something where this is not legal to have this amount of space? Like, maybe that's a thought. Like, how do you tap into that? I know they were trying to figure this out. I thought they passed something recently to help with this, but,
I mean, they trying, but this is
yeah.
this is not an easy one, bro. This is like
No, no, no. Yeah, it's gonna take time for sure. But hopefully they figure it out. We see what's going on. New topic, another topic.
yeah.
Domestic abuse in Florida specifically. So are we saying that there's underreported domestic abuse in Florida specifically?
Yeah.
Or is there
Yeah.
a rise? What
No, no,
exactly is
no.
the what
So what
exactly
it
is the
was
new?
so what it was saying is that domestic abuse in general is happening, but it's not being reported.
Okay.
Okay. So it says 29 to 50. So that means like, I mean, it's a big range, but you saying that basically one out of every other one is not even being spoken about. It's like
Fam, so how did you get that number though? How did you
29
how do you get those numbers if they're not being reported?
because you can go into the county and see all the police reports, but
I'm
that
fucking
doesn't
I'm
mean that the
fucking
media is
I'm
telling
fucking
you,
with
right?
you. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with
Yeah. I
you.
mean, that's the way it goes. Right? So it says the data from the Council of Criminal Justice suggests domestic violence in Florida is underreported by nearly half, a systemic issue rarely highlighted in mainstream media coverage. So
Damn.
if you think
That's a
about it,
that's a sad story because
that
like
means
I
that a lot of
automatic
people are suffering, man.
yeah, exactly. And it's like it's definitely a mental thing to like for sure, like happening there with a lot of people. And that's sad. That's sad just to kind of,
That
hear
it
hear about,
is.
right? So
I don't know if let me see. Look, this comes from a very local website. It's called the Palm Beach Defense. Oh man, you know what? I don't want to go too deep into I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to discover nothing right now. This is
that's a
crazy.
heavy topic. We gotta do some more on that and maybe we'll come back to it. But
Yeah, man, because you figure, we have a human movement
staff again,
issue
we
too,
got the
right?
staff again. Yeah, we got that staff again movement. Yeah, you're right.
And so it's just like it just makes you wonder, like when it comes to the body counts of people missing and things like that, and then like underreported on domestic abuse. It's like
You
it's
talking
it's
about
too
the connection to it, like
the
it's too
connection,
close.
yeah.
I got you.
Because
Yeah,
most domestic abuse could be someone who's being trafficked, right? Like,
very true, very true. So the
and
fact that
so
is the fact that it's 29 to what was it, 50 plus
53,
percent,
yeah,
that is a high number. And when you think about, how many cases out there and how many potential non-cases as far as staffing goes, that's kind of, we know that's a high percentage too. So wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it's a lot, man. So,
Yeah.
my Florida peoples, I love
Yeah.
Florida, but man, you gotta keep your head on a swivel, man. Keep your eyes open. Make sure
Yeah.
your
And
loved
we
ones, your peoples know, like, at least one
we
person know what you up to, and like, make sure you're protected, man, because that's a big number. Plus, Florida, bro, you don't need a license to get a gun. I mean, there's a lot going. It's just pretty free place right now,
You just
Florida.
get you gotta let people you gotta let, like Mo said, 1 or 2 people know if shit is going down, "Yo,
Yeah.
this shit is going down. This is what's happening." Like, you can't hide. You can't hide. I know it's
Nah.
hard. I know it's hard, but you gotta find your way because you don't want something reckless happening, so
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So be careful out there, Florida.
damn, Mo. Alright, so the Pentagon, they saying
Anthropic.
which is a AI what is a AI, and that's the Claude AI. They're
Yeah.
saying
So
that
yeah.
there's a concern happening there with the supply chain? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So
Mm.
basically the US government has basically well, let me back up. What AIs have you heard of, right? So we heard of Grok because we be on X, right? So Grok is out there. You got GPT, right?
Yeah, there's another one, Gemini,
There's
right?
Gemini, that's Google joint.
Yeah, and there's another one, I forgot the other name, damn. There's a bunch.
And so Anthropics is called Claude.
Claude, yeah.
There's right, and then there's like Sora that does like the videos, right?
Yeah, yeah, so yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sora,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Alright, so Claude heard when I saw this headline, I was like, "Oh, boy," like, okay, because I had heard not too long ago that a user of
Mhm.
Claude
Oh,
somehow
boy.
bypassed the guardrails of the AI, and they, like, hacked the database, right? So, to give you some background, hold on, where is it? I pulled it up, I know I did. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
Here you go. Boom. So I said, "Hey, did Claude really hack the Mexican government?"
Oh,
Yeah, the Mexican government. It wasn't like I just hacked, you know.
yeah,
It
yeah,
says,
yeah.
yes, a
Wow.
single individual reportedly used Anthropic's Claude AI to orchestrate a cyber attack against multiple Mexican government agencies, stealing approximately 150 gigabytes of sensitive data, including taxpayer records, voter rolls, and employee credentials. The attacker bypassed Claude's safety guardrails through persistent, carefully crafted Spanish language prompts. So this was a Spanish dude that did it, effectively jailbreaking the AI to generate exploit scripts and automate data yo,
This
he
dude
stole the data.
stumbled.
The
He
breach
stole the
targeted
data.
he stole the data. The breach targeted at least 10 government bodies, including the tax authorities and National Electoral Institute, and lasted about a month starting in late December.
Lasted about a month? Yo, I mean,
So they caught him about a month ago.
yeah, wow. That's
So,
a lot of
okay,
time, though. That's a lot of time to be
I promise you the
having an
AI
operation.
that timeline ain't
Yeah.
matching, but
Damn. What does
so
that mean,
yeah,
though? Like, so
I mean, just me, yo, like you AI is it's
I
the
think I
wild
know what you
people
I think I
people
know
thought
what you're
that
getting at.
crypto is like the Wild West. Nah, my nigga.
Is
AI is
AI
the Wild West.
is
Like
AI
you
shit
could figure
is
out how to like essentially the story was like, yo, he just kept asking it. He just kept asking it. He just kept asking in different ways until finally it was like, all right, I'll do it.
it kind of
And it did it. And so it says that the Pentagon labels Anthropic a supply chain risk. So I don't know particularly why it's a supply chain risk. Hold on. Is it
that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, why are we saying this is a supply chain risk? Is it
yeah, hang on a
because
second.
it
I'm
would
pulling it up.
feed
So it was from the AP. Don't put me behind a paywall. Oh, this article's too long. But yeah, they're saying that it's a supply chain risk. TLD.
I just wish we understood.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah. Let me
you
see if
see.
I could get some more info on it. Let me see. Let me see.
Maybe it's like data that it would feed to specific systems, maybe that's why?
So it says as a supply chain risk, which could force the U.S. government contractors to stop using its products. Anthropic CEO said that the company has no choice but to challenge this in court.
Okay, okay, I see. So for Anthropic, it's their specific product supply chain risk,
Well,
right?
no. What it's saying is based on what it did to Mexico, it's also going to be a problem for the U.S.
Okay, 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 okay,
If
okay.
you was
Right,
you
if
was
you
able to like
uh,
hack it into bro, like you
yeah.
a problem, right?
So
Now
it's
when they
like
say supply chain, they might be using Anthropic for something already, the US government, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And so and it may have to it says government contractors
So
should
that's
stop
the
using this product.
association then. That's the association then. Got it. Okay.
So they have some they must have some government contracts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they
And
mean.
and they're
Okay.
like, "Hey,
And that'll
but it could
affect
be
that.
a way for them to distance themselves too, right? From the allegation from what happened in Mexico and be
Mm,
like, "Nah, that was like a rogue actor. That wasn't us," right?
this was
So,
someone. Yeah, 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 yeah. Crazy.
we'll see what happens, man. Be careful with that Claude, yo. Claude is kinda hallucinate.
Careful
Like, it
with
just
Juan Connor.
Huang.
Juan Connor
Claude.
instead of John Connor.
Claudio.
Persian Gulf allies.
Yeah.
Are they frustrated with the US? What
Hell
do
yeah,
we
they
have you
frustrated.
what you got on that? What are they saying?
It's just saying that, of course, right? Like the partners are privately frustrated that the US didn't notify them before striking Iran and ignored their warnings, right? So they didn't really
Oh,
want to do that, and Trump went ahead and did it, right? So the Pentagon officials have also conceded they're struggling to stop waves of Iranian drones, leaving US targets in the Gulf vulnerable.
hmm,
So some of the basically our government told them like this ain't really your beef, stay out of it, don't worry, we got you, but
yeah.
they don't. Right? Like or at least they didn't think that this would be the comeback, right? So maybe they said, hey, if we do this, they'll do this, or they could do this, or they could do that. But they never thought that they was gonna do the all out blitz that they did and like hit
That
every
they
single
did.
country and like attack the bases and
Yeah.
attack embassies. And before I go too far down this road here, it's just like we are right in the beginning of like war, right?
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a lot of information out there. If you choose to like trust the mainstream media, that's fine. Basically, what you're gonna see from them is that we're kicking ass, America, fuck yeah, GI Joe's, real America hero. We killing Iran. We like, yo, we killing it. We the best, man. Like, we the best music, nigga, right? GI
Oh, man.
Joe, that's what you're gonna see on mainstream media. But then you go to the internet
Here. But then you go other
here in the
places,
US, yeah.
and then you go
But
other places, you're gonna hear totally different type of
but then you go to
things.
other places and
Right.
it's like, damn, they bombing their bombs and they
Right.
bombing their bases and the
Right.
US is struggling and they're gonna use up all their ammunitions and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right?
I couldn't imagine how that felt though for people that, citizens that were in, traveling somewhere and then they couldn't go anywhere, right? It's like, what
It's
do we
wild.
do? And then I could only imagine also like getting on that plane and coming back. Like that's
I mean,
no
the thing
joke.
is, like, you want these people to respect, like, bro, okay, you at war? Nigga, the battlefield's over. The battlefield's
Civilians.
the battlefield is over there, bro. Like, keep that shit over there.
Yeah.
But that ain't necessarily happening right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I
Yep.
think that as Americans, we've never had to deal with bombs flying into our airspace, bro. Like, that shit is, I can't
Yeah.
even imagine that shit, bro. What you supposed to do?
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
it's a tough one out here, man. So
So
hopefully it
So
gets
when you're taking everything in right now, just have some sort of delayed reaction counter in your brain or something. Like, give it a few days. Let's see what else comes out. Be patient with all the details because everything that's gonna come out is gonna come out to the perspective of someone, right? Like,
true.
it's always gonna be to someone's perspective and it's gonna favor them, like whatever they put out. So, and that's why I had mentioned that to you before. Like, have you ever heard that term, the fog of war? I've heard it
Yeah.
before. I could be logical and be like, oh yeah, fog, hard to see.
Yeah, hard to see.
But I decided to be like, where did this really
Where did
come
this come
from?
from? Where did it come from? Yeah.
Yeah, like the
The
fog of
fog of
war. Like,
word.
so when I put it here, the fog of war refers to the uncertainty and confusion experienced during military operations where information about enemy positions, capabilities, and intentions is often incomplete or misleading. I mean, spot on. Spot on. Like, this is
Yeah.
what's going on right now. And to make it worse, you don't even need like high production studios or nothing like that, bro. Like, you just
Mhm.
get Sora to do it for you.
Mhm.
Or you get Claude to do it for you, and all of a sudden you could put out misinformation out there, right? You could put out fake news, as he says.
Yeah, fake news. Oh, I forgot about this dude
It's like
saying
he
that
was,
last.
in modern context, it says in modern context, it's also used in strategy games to simulate limited visibility. Oh, that's like the actual technical limited visibility, encouraging scouting and tactical planning by hiding unexplored areas or enemy units until discovered. So that's another thing that was going on. They were saying that the reason that we were sending in bombs is
Yeah.
to see where their defense systems were coming from, right? To like try to shoot down our bombs. They wanted to see like where those locations were at. And they were, from our side, they were saying, oh, now that they've showed us like where their defense systems is, boom, we hit them hard. We took them all out. And who knows, bro? Who knows?
Yo, did you see the joint where they said, I don't know if this is real, but they they had the jets and it was like a painting of the jets on the concrete and the US had bombed basically just
Nah, I
the
didn't see that.
concrete.
Nah, I didn't
I
see
don't know if that's real, but
that.
yo, I don't know if that's fact or cat, but I was like, yo, the internet crazy out here. I was like, this is crazy. Y'all crazy.
That's
Internet
hilarious. Like, if you
crazy,
put
dude.
like a hologram or something, and they think that there's a jet
Yeah.
sitting there. But yeah,
So
no, it's tough right now to know what's what.
yeah.
Mm.
So I could understand the Persian Gulf allies being frustrated. I think the minute it happened, I was like, yo, I would be so pissed if I was an ally. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, so I definitely could understand them being flustered about it. It's
I mean,
it's
at the
not good.
same time,
Yeah,
100%, bro, I understand this man not
yeah.
telling anybody what he's doing
Yeah,
because
yeah, it's one of those things. I think we even talked about this a while back. We said, "Yo," because we were going over like war specifically and war
Mhm.
tactics, and we were like, "Yo, why do you have to always give people warnings? Like, at least, like, is all fair? Like in war, like, or is it not? Like, what are we right?" So,
They have rules for engagement, have
right,
they
right,
have these things, but bro, when it gets to the nitty-gritty, where you gotta
yeah,
get a W,
you
no
gotta do
holds
what you gotta.
barred. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't telling nobody nothing.
He
He
said, "No
already
holds
think he got
barred."
he already think he got a bunch of moles inside the government. That's why he's not telling nobody nothing. He's just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, bombs away. Go for it. We just gotta live
Yeah.
through it right now.
Yeah, it says, yo, I just saw something. It says, there's debate over Iran related threat warnings. A federal bulletin warning law enforcement about potential Iran linked threats inside the US was paused internally for review. The document that was involved FBI, Department of Homeland Security, National Counterterrorism Center. Crazy.
Told you the fog of war.
Fog of war, bro. Then it also says there's a surge in cyber attacks on US infrastructure.
Yeah, I
Yo.
would imagine too.
Yeah.
Listen.
This goes to that Claude what we just saying? We were just talking about the Anthropic AI
Mhm.
possibly is a part of it, right? It's not that was you said Mexico was affected on that, but it could be something
It
else,
already
right?
happened to us though.
It says something ransom.
Remember the CrowdStrike shit?
Nah. What you talking about?
CrowdStrike. Let me remind you. Let me remind
Remind
everybody.
me, remind
Let's
me,
bring it
please.
back.
Because it says many attacks involve ransomware, international hacker groups, multiple municipal government systems, right? So
So they say that they want us to be conversational with the AI. So remind me about the CrowdStrike attack in the U.S. It says there isn't a specific CrowdStrike attack in the U.S. CrowdStrike is a cybersecurity company that detects and reports on cyber attacks.
yeah, there you
So
go.
not one that carries them out. Right. In fact, CrowdStrike 2016 Global Threat Report highlights a sharp rise in AI powered cyber attacks globally, including in
There
the
you go.
US, with an
There you go.
89% year over year increase in AI enabled adversary activity. So attacks are moving faster than ever. The AI doesn't want to answer my questions. So let's frame it another way. It says, if you're referring to a specific incident involving CrowdStrike customers or services, feel free to clarify. I will help you narrow it down.
I hope you narrow it down, this guy.
So let me
Yeah.
see. Tell me about the time Nancy Pelosi knew.
Yo, bro.
All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Oh man. Yo,
I
chill.
can't narrow it down. I can't narrow it down right now in the
Chill.
interest of
Chill.
time. But I promise
Chill.
you, go find out what happened with CrowdStrike. Go see how Nancy Pelosi sold her
CrowdStrike.
shares like before it happened, and
Yeah, I think I do remember this. But yeah, CrowdStrike. Okay. Duly noted. Yo, did you know, Mo,
mhm,
that government shutdown effects are quietly growing?
government shutdowns.
Yeah, apparently a shutdown. So there's some effects happening, right? Apparently there's a partial shutdown that's affecting the Department of Homeland Security. Is created small disruptions. So some examples of disruption is FEMA non-disaster responses are paused. Airport courtesy escorts are suspended. I didn't know this.
How's my grandmother supposed to get like
Some
any
travel some
directions?
travel programs are temporarily affected as well. That's crazy.
So
Long-term concerns. TSA workers could miss paychecks. Airport operations could be affected as well. Yo,
I feel like this is more of a
but peep this, bro. Between March 5th and 7th, there's been several tornadoes that struck multiple states.
yeah, because that's just happens like
After what I
often.
just said, the FEMA shit and all that, right? So you got Oklahoma, Kansas, Michigan. Crazy. They just went through some shit. Yo,
I don't want to get too far down
wow.
the conspiracy theory road, but
Wow.
it's listen, a lot of it has to do too with Trump's side quest to basically stop whoever it is from using our government apparatus as a money laundering situation, right? And I guess they've identified that the FEMA is I mean, look, again, after the response in Katrina, after the response in Puerto Rico, after the response in North Carolina, after the response, I could just go on forever talking about their
Yeah, yeah.
bullshit responses, dog.
You right. You right.
So
That's fair. That's
so
fair.
I'm
That's
starting to
fair.
feel like when I really look at it, you know what? Yeah, just cut it off a little bit because it's not like they're really using it for the people that they're supposed to be using it for. It doesn't seem that way. Of course, I didn't live through any of this stuff, but if you think I'm bullshitting, go talk to the people in Puerto Rico. Go talk to the people that dealt with Katrina. Go talk to the people that dealt with the Lahaina fires in fucking Hawaii or the fucking fires in Paradise, California, right? Like,
Yeah, but
this shit is
Mo,
all
Mo,
there.
it's another, but that's another sad story, right? The fact that you paused these things, that's another sad story. These are people that are gonna be going through some of these
I
damages
know.
and
But
things
it's
like
like
that,
what we
right?
spoke
So
about is some bad apples that have contaminated the whole thing.
but you talk about money laundering schemes. Since you wanted to
Mm.
bring it up, your man Epstein, fuck it, was the man behind a lot of shit. We just gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go too far into it. People gotta watch documentaries. There's shit out there that'll give you the information.
Listen, man,
So it's
the shit
crazy.
that's coming out of those files is just crazy, dog. Like, your man was into like genetics. Your man was into invisible money. Your man was into fucking money laundering. He was
Yeah,
into everything
yeah,
that you
yeah,
could
yeah,
think of, bro.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, did you know, Mo? Did you know there's a
Uh-huh.
there's a continued pattern of local mass shootings in Texas.
Specifically in Texas, because I had heard about
So,
another. So I heard about the one in Austin, right? But
oh, I'm sorry,
then
not in Texas. There's different instances. So there's an Austin one that you just said,
and then I saw that there was one in Ohio.
Cincinnati, Oakland, Detroit, and Anaheim.
Wow.
You didn't even realize it was that many, right? You thought I was gonna
No,
just say 2 or whatever, right?
no.
Yeah. So these were more localized news, right? Like so they were getting heavy,
Mm-hmm.
notice on local news stations and attention. It's limited national. So not a lot of folks are really kind of understanding like there is like a lot happening once again with mass shootings.
But now the best people to put as the shooters are not the gay and trans community. It's the Islam Brotherhood and the Middle Eastern people. That's the best people to put in those roles now.
I
So
see what you're
that
saying because because
because like we
guy that
still in the
had the guy in Austin, he had the shirt on and all of that, but that could
you
have just
remember
been a mask,
there was
technically.
one
That
in
could have just
Australia.
been
You remember there was an Australia joint
yeah.
where they killed a bunch of Jewish folks. This was maybe like 2 months ago. But anyway,
Can't remember.
I just see a pattern here. Look, school's still in session. Where are all the school shooters?
There
Nothing's
was
changed. We
also
still hate you. We still
there
hate
was
you, school
also a dude
shooters.
there was also a dude somewhere in Asia, I forget which country it was. He was walking through a main street with a big ass blade, and he just started slicing. He was walking through, acting like he was cosplaying or some shit. I don't know. And then all of a
And he
sudden,
started
he just
slicing people.
sliced the people. Good thing he only caught a few people, but it could have been real bad, yo. Could have been real bad. So people just be on the lookout, be on your guards, especially if you're looking to go to different type of events and stuff. Just please, just be safe. I know it's a weird feeling, but these days we gotta just be on guard, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Yeah. Gotta keep your
So
eyes open. I think my best advice is, and I'm by no means no expert, you just can't be fearless. You have to be fearless, man. You can't be like be scared, right? Like you kind of have to walk with purpose and know that you're favored and you're protected. And I'm not saying be stupid. I'm not saying walk into trouble. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that be smart, but don't be scared. Like, know that if you're a good person, there's a higher power that got your back, and you should move with confidence in this world that you're protected. The second you have some doubt or something like that, man, they can sniff it out, bro. They sniff it out. It's just like anything else. Like if you walk with fear, it'll find you.
yo, so before we wrap, we still got a few things, right? So going back to the international stuff, we got hungry
Yo,
season Ukrainian bank funds. What's that about, Mo?
so
Like
when I saw that,
That's crazy. It sound crazy. I don't know all the details. You got the details on it?
Yeah, where is it at? I did have it here. I've been losing my way here with my stuff. Where is it at? Where did it go? Let's see back to this. All right, so hungry.
Yeah.
So All right, so if you don't, I only know a little bit. I'm not claiming to be an expert at any of this, but um, Hungary has a strenuous relationship with NATO.
Mhm.
Okay, the president of Hungary, his name is Victor. Let me see, Victor Orab. I don't want to butcher his name, but the president of Hungary, he is very he's very about his country, right, and like what's good for his country, right.
Mhm.
So naturally, he gets along with Trump because he's like, yeah, I'm about my country too. So as we know, um Ukraine is friends with NATO, right? Like NATO is the one who's backing them up now because
Yeah.
so when I see this, I'm just like, I wonder if he's doing a favor to Trump by doing this.
Why do you say that?
Because Ukraine doesn't want, it's like Trump is wanting Ukraine to come to the table and like end this already with Russia. And for some reason, Ukraine wants to fight forever. I don't, like, don't get me wrong.
What
You
does
don't
that
want to
have to
give up.
do with Hungary seizing Ukrainian funds?
Really?
I mean,
I just told you.
I know, but I'm trying to
I'm theorizing, right? Like I'm theorizing
so you're
that
saying there's a
to put pressure on Ukraine to come to the table and finally come to a deal with Russia. There's an opportunity to freeze some funds. Let's do that.
see, yeah, so I get it. I get that. So Hungary is a part of an alliance also. Is that
I think
the deal?
Hungary's
Are
I
they a
think
part of
Hungary
NATO is what I'm like,
they're
are they?
they're part of the EU. I don't think they're part of NATO.
Okay.
Let me see.
'Cause that's where I'm trying to
Because if they were part of
that's where
NATO,
I'm
if they
gray
were
right
part of
now,
NATO,
basically.
they wouldn't be able to, or I don't think they would be able to freeze the funds if they was part of NATO.
If there was a part of it because it is yeah, you're right.
Because NATO wants, wait, it says
They
yes.
want the
Oh, this shit is complicated. It says
this is why I asked the question.
it says yes, Hungary is a member of NATO. It joined the alliance on March 12th, 1999, along with Poland and the Czech Republic. So Hungary is
Now, also, just so everybody knows geographically, like there is a border that connects a small portion of Hungary and a small portion of Ukraine, right? So Hungary is next to Romania and Slovakia. So like those are and then on the other side is Austria, just so people kind of understand what that looks like geographically to Ukraine. So yeah,
Victor Orban, that's his name, Orban. Victor
yeah,
Orban is not the president. Sorry, he's the prime minister.
okay.
He's
Hey,
high up
hey,
there, dog.
hey. We keeping it Reggie out here. We just regular Reggie,
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly. So it says Hungary's government under Viktor Orban has at times clashed with NATO allies over foreign policy.
yeah,
It has not withdrawn from the alliance and continues to participate in NATO defense planning and exercises. Hungary's membership is not in question, but it's aligned with NATO's strategic goals. Its alignment with NATO's strategic goals have occasionally been debated. So they detained, damn, this is actually kind of important because it's like the whole story. Well, Hungary detained 7 Ukrainian bank employees and seized armored vehicles carrying millions in dollars, euros, and gold, with Ukraine foreign ministers calling it state terrorism. Give us our money. What do you think
yeah.
Putin and them said to the U.S. when we froze their funds, their 600 billion or whatever
I
it
do
was,
remember
600
that. I do
million.
remember that. Yeah.
So, it's just tick for task.
Now, thanks for going down there. I just needed to understand a
Yeah,
little.
yeah. It's also been
Mm,
reported that, your man Zelensky, I think he got properties like in South Beach. He got all sorts of money. He ain't really governing these people, man. Like he
my
just,
man, this
well,
guy.
Ukraine supporters and all that.
Yo, that's crazy stuff that we just got to continue to stay in tune with. But Mo's right. It could be potentially a way to
I think they're trying to
right.
remember. Listen. We talked about the Persian Gulf. We talked about Ukraine. We mentioned Russia. We mentioned Hungary. We
Mention
mentioned
Mexico.
we haven't even we mentioned Mexico. We haven't mentioned.
I'm about to go in. I got another thing for you.
Oh, okay.
So we got Spain. So Spain was recently, so it says Spain did recently refuse a US request for assistance.
Yeah. So Spain is definitely like playing politics right now, right? And basically with Spain, look, Spain's refusal reflects its broader foreign policy position opposing escalation in the Middle East, right? And its desire to avoid being drawn into what it warns could be another costly military quagmire, right? So he's basically saying, we ain't trying to get sucked into some war that you guys have no plan for and we're going to be here forever. Fair. Okay, no problem. But the problem is that Spain is part of NATO, and this is what I'm saying, right? Like all these groups, everybody, they say if you catch them in the morning, they say one thing. If you see them in the afternoon, same day, they say something different.
So yeah, so I don't know if you, I don't remember hearing you say this, but basically they wanted to utilize 2 military bases for Iran strikes,
They want it
and
right.
Spain said no.
Spain said, nah, we ain't gonna get
Nah,
caught up in all
we good,
that.
homie.
Yeah, we
We
good,
good,
bro.
homie.
Like
We
it
ain't doing
says,
all.
specifically, they wanted access to use Spanish military bases. It's called Rhoda and Mahron.
Yep,
So
yep, you got it.
Brown
Yep, you
to
got it.
strike against Iran, and they was just like, nah, man, this is unjustified, bro. Like what you doing is.
So the prime minister publicly stated no to war, quote unquote, no to
Yep.
war.
And
So he was
so
like, nah, bro.
you know how our
Yeah.
press secretary is. Our press secretary is like, yo, America is great. We do no wrong, bro. Everything we do is fucking grade A, 100%. It's all dope. So she came out and she was just like, yeah, we're gonna do this and blah blah blah. Right. So Spain maintains. So basically, the White House initially claimed Spain had agreed to cooperate with President Trump, but
This goes back to the allies part, man. Like,
so here's
there's a
the crazy
stain
thing, though.
there's a stain in tension beginning, right? Like, so
But here's the crazy thing. About a month ago, when Trump was in Davos and he was addressing businessmen, right? He was addressing corporations, right? He wasn't addressing like the UN. He wasn't addressing the EU. He wasn't addressing NATO. He was
listen,
addressing a bunch of multinational businessmen, okay? That's what the World Economic Forum is.
and
And
this is when you go.
he told them, yo, I mean, I don't know if NATO's gonna have our back if we gotta go do stuff, right? I know
Yep.
y'all don't agree with me, but I feel like y'all don't got my back. Fast forward to like a month later, here we are. They made his words come to fruition.
Quick plug in, Mo. If you haven't seen that, check out episode 2 on YouTube, y'all. Or listen
Oh,
up
episode 2.
episode 2 on Apple. If you're a listener too, man. But yeah, so definitely the tensions, right, are there, and seems like they're gonna continue.
Because it's
Especially
weird,
if
because
we continue to go this route.
yeah, and I wanna highlight this. It says so basically our press secretary says some shit to us domestically, right? And like if you're a Trump fan, you like, yeah. And if you like not a Trump fan, you like, oh, fucking asshole, right? You wants war. So she comes out and she says that Spain is gonna help us, that they've agreed to help us. But since countries know how we get down and we just say whatever's convenient to our people, the Spanish government was on it. As soon as she said that shit, they put out a counter messaging saying like, nah. So it says here, but Spanish Foreign Minister Jose Manuel immediately and categorically denied this, stating that Spain's position has not changed one iota. Spain, okay, they're not gonna let them use the base. You're not gonna use our base. Period. I don't care what you say. And then Trump was like, cool, tax the shit out of them, tear them up the wazoo, get them out of here if they don't want to help me, right? But it says here, Spain's stance puts it in at odds with other European allies like France, Germany, and the UK, who have signaled support for proportionate defensive action. Okay. Now, notice I said the UK. That's important for the next one that I had there for you, which is Diego Garcia. Okay.
I
So
didn't think you
now,
was gonna bring this up.
no, because it
Yep.
goes together. Now, this says, first
Diego.
off, who the hell is Diego?
Who the hell is Diego Garcia?
Yeah.
This is
And
crazy.
why is this whole island / base named after him?
How would you have a military base Diego Garcia? That's crazy.
So the funny thing
Okay.
is, I've heard of it before from like military people, and they tell you like, "Yo, that shit is, whew,
Yeah?
it's a crazy base to be at." Yeah. So I
Shit.
thought it was an American base.
Hmm?
So it's saying here that the UK signal support. Okay. So then when I put in, okay, if the UK signal support, I saw reports saying that the prime minister of the UK was like, nah, we ain't fucking with you either, bro. You can't use Diego Garcia. So which one is it? Is it what they
Yo.
said that they support it? Or is it, nah, this is the fog of war. This is what I'm saying. Like, what?
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
read one thing that says y'all on board, but I know that y'all not on board because y'all didn't let us use the base. So
This is yeah, no, because I'm just trying to figure out some stuff too. Because I don't know, like, is it a jointed base or
it's a joint base, yeah.
okay, okay, okay.
I know that now, right? So it says,
Yeah,
all right, quick synopsis of Diego Garcia.
yeah.
It says the U.S. was reportedly denied access from the to use of Diego Garcia military operations, specifically striking against Iran due to the legal and political concerns raised by the UK government under Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Okay, while the UK did not openly oppose the U.S. Israel attacks on Iran, it withheld permission for U.S. forces to use Diego Garcia and other UK air bases,
Ah, okay, okay,
citing
okay.
doubt about the legality of the strikes.
So that those rules of engagement may
Those
possibly
rules,
like yeah,
yeah.
got
And
it.
look, man, like, look, sometimes they're
Mhm,
good and sometimes they're bad, right? Like, we
mhm,
want like
mhm.
clear lines of how to do things, but it also allows for people to hide behind this shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, it allows them to use it. So the decision came amid ongoing tensions surrounding the UK agreement to transfer sovereignty to the Chango Islands to Mauritius. So where the islands are at,
Mhm.
supposedly the UK was going to give the land back to its people.
Okay, yeah.
And they were going to lease Diego Garcia for the next 99 years.
They were
I
gonna
mean,
release
they were going to lease it. They're going to lease it
oh,
from
lease.
the country.
They're
Yeah.
gonna
Which is kind of like the whole thing with Hong Kong, right? Like when you look at anybody out there, go
yo, what is the
like Google Hong
origin?
Kong
What's the name? What's the origin of the name though? Like that's what we
origin.
gotta I just gotta do. I can't help it. I gotta ask, what's the origin of the name? Diego Garcia. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Let's see. What's the? I mean,
I'm
it
just
might be so.
curious
That
right
might
now.
be.
Like, I'm
I
just
mean,
curious.
it's weird. So it
You
says
gotta
the
see.
Changos Archipelago. It's like the longest islands of the Changos Archipelago. So
Oh, so it's a
is that
part of
somewhere
that.
like
Okay.
is that is see if on your end
I
if you
saw
can
it.
see it. Is
I
that like
saw
in the
somewhere near the Indian Ocean or something like that.
right.
Yeah, it's a small island in the Indian Ocean, and it's located roughly midway between Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia, is what it says.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
see it's
so that's where it is geographically.
which means
Uh,
at some point the Spanish were bringing Christianity to that area, right? So that's probably why it's called Diego
mm.
Garcia. But let's see. What's the origin of the name of the island Diego Garcia? Let's see what it says. The island of Diego Garcia was named after Spanish explorer Diego Garcia de Mar. Whatever, I
Oh,
can't pronounce that.
Portuguese.
It might be Portuguese, but it says that after the Spanish explorer de Moguire.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. My fault. My bad.
Yeah, who rediscovered.
It comes from the age of Portuguese exploration. My
Okay,
bad,
okay,
my
okay.
bad. He was it
So
was
remember,
yeah.
because there was always a race, right? There was always a race to the Americas and a race to colonize and a
Exploration,
race
yeah,
to
so
just like control
that's a good
tribes and
point.
stuff.
That's a good point, like, the way yeah, to put that into perspective, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my bad. But yeah, you're right,
Rediscovered
he was a Spaniard,
explorer.
yeah. 16th century, around 1512.
Mm-hmm. So that's who it was named after.
Diego Garcia. There you go.
Diego Garcia. Mm-hmm. That's how I got that name. But to get back to it,
So, interesting enough, it says Garcia is a common Iberian surname.
oh
Didn't know
really?
that. So, if you didn't know that, yeah, it says
Nah, I
a
didn't know that.
common Iberian surname. So yeah, man, and to wrap it up, back on the U.S. folks, just a quick update on recalls. Check out Trader Joe's once again. There's been another report that there is glass contamination possibly in more of their frozen products. So look at it. I know a
Really
lot of
look at
people
it
like
on it.
yeah.
And honestly, they say that you can take it back to the store, get your money back. do it because the range on these products is way too big for me, dog. Like, pause. That was crazy. But the time frame is wild, dog. Yo, they saying
Yo, and then I think there's a bread product called, is it Nature's Own, Mo? Nature's Own?
oh,
You ever
I
heard of
don't
that?
know. I got yeah, that's bread.
Yeah. So that product, y'all, if you
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
this product, I was a big fan of this bread, but then I noticed I
It
had a
don't go bad.
loaf and it didn't go bad
It
for
don't go
3
bad, bro.
months, bro.
Yeah, it don't
So
go bad.
if you're a fan of this bread, I suggest you do the test. And if it's true, please do not buy this, because all that means is, and this is
Preservatives.
TMI, it's going to clog you up.
Yeah, true that.
And you don't want to be clogged up.